We're right back where we were when he passed. Glasgow's in lockdown. Other areas with the family had lockdown. We're back to we can't see each other. So I feel as if we're 20 weeks down the line and we're no further forward.
I didn't think this would be what 23 would be. I feel old, I feel like an old lady.
My partner was 49. We had a life planned and we're expecting to grow old together.
Samantha Swales and her partner Mark saw their families move to Scotland from Yorkshire last October as an adventure. In late March, Mark, an engineer, developed symptoms of the virus. His 8-year-old stepson also tested positive. The last time Samantha saw her partner was when she dropped him off outside A&E. He died in Aberdeen Royal Infirmary on the 18th of April.
It's been 20 weeks since Mark passed away. I suppose I find it really difficult to still believe that. I couldn't see him in hospital, and the fact that I couldn't be with him when he passed away, the reliance on people to give me that information over the phone, the fact that his funeral was so short, every bit of that makes it even more difficult to come to terms with.
Samantha believes specialist support services must be put in place for grieving families.
My son, who's 8, he still has headaches, he still has stomach aches now. That might be grief, it might be COVID. It's quite hard to know which is which at the moment. I don't think we can underestimate the effect of it on people. Even if people don't die, that doesn't mean their lives are not affected.
In Dundee, 23-year-old Evie Connell developed symptoms the day before lockdown in March. She charted her condition.
Day 3 was probably the worst day that I've had.
The first symptom I got was like a migraine almost coming on. I thought there was smoke in the flat because my eyes were all blurry and horrible. And then the temperature came in, and then day 4 I felt as if someone was sitting on my chest. It was scary.
Before, the student enjoyed going to the gym 3 times a week. Now she's worried she'll struggle to complete university.
I now have chronic fatigue syndrome, and I will sleep for 16 hours and then wake up and take a nap. And now I'm lucky if I see 6 hours of a day. I thought it would just be 2 weeks and I'd go right back to normal life, and that's not been the case. They've said it could be 6 months more. They just don't know.
That's marvellous.
This was John Connolly during his 100th year. At the age of 104, he died in hospital from COVID. He'd only moved into his care home in Glasgow 2 weeks before.
We really were so careful. We were locked down and we couldn't see my father, we couldn't see each other, but to still get into that care home, how did that happen? All these people dying, how did it happen? We need answers.
Now, the latest restrictions mean any celebrations of their loved ones' lives have been put on hold again.
I haven't hugged my mum and dad at all since my partner died because I don't want to put them at risk. I've only seen them twice. I don't think anybody can afford to be complacent, and that's not about scaremongering anybody. We need to just work with the measures that are in place to stay as safe as possible.
How do you want him to be remembered?
As a character that he was, as a loving family man that he was. Yep. Not somebody that was taken by COVID. Not a number, a person.